Hi, it's May 29th, it's Memorial Day, and I'm going to show you what I've done with my tomatoes, how I strung them up, and how they're progressing so far. First thing is I want to show you what I did to change the support system for the tomatoes, how I string them up. Last year I had this whole thing was a 10-foot long pole, and I decided to cut that in half and support it in the middle. This is 1-inch electrical conduit pipe, and it works really well. It's cheap, and the fittings aren't very expensive either. But what happened is the tomatoes grew bigger, the pole sagged in the middle, and that didn't work out too good. So I've done this. This is a 2x4, and I took it and I cut 1-inch holes on each side and one right there in the middle. And these pipes fit really well inside that, and that gives me that support. The other thing I've done is I've taken a piece of 1x4 and cut it to size, and I screwed it in there, and I'll show you what I have over here in the corner. So in each of these pipes I have a little rebar, 2-foot long rebar, pounded it into the ground, into the bed, and these pipes slide right over the top of them. Now these boards keep these pipes from sliding down and sinking into the dirt, and that also causes a problem for the tomatoes because it will let them just lean over a little bit, so I don't want to do that. Another thing I did to help support the tomatoes is I took little bamboo pieces, I cut them up into 2-foot lengths, and I buried them down in there. I probably got, I don't know, 8 inches into the ground, but I've used these to take these strings from the cross support and slid them down over here, and then I tied my tomatoes up on the support on the bamboo. Now what will happen is these tomatoes grow, I'll take them up into the string and start wrapping them around the string like I did last year. But I got this idea, I don't know where I got it, but I got it over the winter. But this is going to work out really nice because last year what I did with these strings is I nailed some finishing nails down here and tied these onto the finishing nail, and that kind of stuck out, and you get close to this and you catch those nails on your ankles. I didn't want to do that again this year. So I've had these out in the garden since I think April 20th, and these tomatoes, I checked pictures from last year. I took them on May 28th last year, and these tomatoes in the garden last year were about this tall. They were only just a few inches tall, and these tomatoes, some of them are getting close to a foot tall already. In fact, you can see I already have suckers, so I'm going to have to go through and take these suckers off. The other thing I'm going to do is clip off these little low leaves, and you can either clip these suckers off or pinch them off. But you don't want those suckers to get going. I use the single vine method on my tomatoes. I don't want these things growing all over the place. Then the other thing I'm going to do is take this vegetable tie-up tape and just tie these up onto the bamboo. Just give them some support while they're getting big enough until they get up there that I can tie them onto the string, the cord, the twine I have up there. Okay, everything's tied up. I have the bottom leaves and the suckers cut off the tomatoes, and everything's ready to just grow. There's one more thing I wanted to mention. When you put these end poles in, you want to lean them toward the center of the bed, that way, toward my homemade bracket, because that'll put tension on it and hold these poles in place. If you put these poles straight up and down, there won't be enough of inward pressure to keep those things in place, and they might come out and these center poles might fall, tomatoes get damaged and all that. So make sure you do that. Use the level and put them a little bit off level, off vertical. When you put that rebar in, the post will slide over. And that's it for today. As always, if the information on these videos is helpful, please subscribe to my channel. I will be back soon with stuff on my peppers. Bye-bye.